COVID vaccinations have now offered protection to nearly 3 million people across the UK. Ministers, who received rollout approval for the American-made Pfizer jab before any other country, have pushed uptake rates in the first month of the year, with 2 new vaccines now ready to go. But as more people get the jab, the more questions people will have about it. The AstraZeneca vaccine contains a very small amount of alcohol in its ingredient list, not enough to cause any noticeable effects, according to government guidance. But drinking alcohol while receiving the COVID vaccine could prove problematic, according to research. Russian scientists Alexander Ginsburg, head of the Moscow-based Gamaleya National Center of Epidemiology and Microbiology, said people should refrain from alcohol after each injection. "We will use your email address only for sending you newsletters. Please see our privacy notice for details of your data protection rights," he told New Scientists. "We strongly recommend refraining from alcohol for 3 days after each injection." Mr. Ginsburg's organization crafted the Russian Sputnik V vaccine, but his advice applies across the board. Scientists have long established that alcohol blunts immune system responses, and is known as an immunosuppressant. Generally, the effects are more noticeable in those who drink excessively. But even moderate consumption can have an impact on immune defense. Swedish researchers found in 2012 that low to moderate amounts of alcohol suppressed immune response to a bacterial pneumonia vaccine. Mr. Ginsburg said people wouldn't need to avoid drinking altogether if they are expecting a vaccine imminently. Roughly 120 grams, the equivalent of 300 grams of vodka, is the upper limit of immune system tolerance, the researcher told New Scientist. While the measure, equivalent of 12 UK measures, could impact immune response, a lesser amount would not. People can still have a glass of less potent alcohol such as champagne during their dose regimen. Mr. Ginsburg added people should commit to a reasonable limitation until the vaccine has worked. He said, "Of course, we are not talking about a complete ban on alcohol during vaccination. This is just a reasonable limitation of consumption until the body has formed its own immune response to coronavirus infection." It is important to understand that excessive alcohol consumption can significantly reduce immunity and therefore reduce the effectiveness of vaccination or even make it meaningless. Moreover, this is true not only for Sputnik V, but also for any other vaccine. The COVID vaccine takes roughly 2 weeks for full immunity to kick in.